Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is Miss Eccles, and I'm here to give her some main points that I learned in this class, tutorial learning and discourse. So, we talked about the Oxford tutorial method, which is OTM, and discourse. And I used to believe that discourse was about disagreeing. I know now that discourse is about organizing ideas and experiences that is rooted in communication. Like, learn ideas what you're talking about.
Okay.
So, classroom discourse is vital because it helps build critical thinking skills. It improves communication skills so students can learn to express their thoughts clearly.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps you learn how to ask high order questions, effective questions, because you might ask a question that's surface level, but you might need to bring it up a little bit to get the critical analysis going. Classroom discourse strategies that I liked was the Oxford tutorial method. Its purpose is to deepen our thinking, use real life to relate to our learning, and to share ideas in a group discussion, which they usually do it in a small group. It's not that many students, and you see, you have a teacher that facilitates what the students are conducting the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And questioning. Questioning supports Question supports student learning by expanding their thinking. When you ask open-ended questions, you can expand their thoughts by building on knowledge that is previously known. So they might already know some, but you keep asking them questions to build it up, to get them thinking higher. We kind of do that
Mm-hmm.
with our students. And think, pair, share. This strategy involves students thinking of their own ideas, then they pair with their peers and share them with the whole group. This helps with getting all the students involved and keeps them engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So the teacher might give a topic and they think to themselves about it. Then they share it with their group. Then they share it with everybody.
Okay.
Everybody gets to participate. Some of the readings that shaped my learning was dialogic teaching. This article describes how dialogic teaching may be better than the old teaching or the IRE method, which is you initiate something, you remember it, and then you're tested on it.
Mm-hmm.
The IRE model of teaching is initiated by the teacher asking questions and the student gives a response that the teacher evaluates as the right or wrong. Like, it's always the right or wrong question, but in the tutorial method, it's not really a right or wrong. It's just everybody expressing their ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has a different perspective. The other was effective questions. This article was showing how using effective questions can deepen thinking skills in conversation. Questions can do more than measure what students know. Appropriately challenging, engaging, and effective questions stimulate peer discussion and encourage students to explore and refine their understanding of key concepts. When you ask effective questions, it opens up the mind. It causes them to think deeper than what they already know. And the other article was the tutorial method, which we learned in a quality tutorial. Students explain ideas or concepts to each other and the tutor, which is the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we had some learning experiences that shaped my understanding. Fishbowl. Have you ever heard of the fishbowl?
I have.
So in the fishbowl is where one group is the focus and they're discussing the topic while the other group listens and observes. I learned that in the fishbowl you are answering questions from the facilitator and your peers. Together you are sharing ideas. I learned that I should ask more questions and I learned to build on others' ideas to gain understanding. While I was in the fishbowl, I was really nervous. I don't think I spoke, but it was an interesting experience and it wasn't so bad. The other one was we was in. He had us a list of questions, and we was in small. We had 4 different breakout rooms. So you start off with one question, and when you get to the next group, you talk about what you learned in that group, and then you build on that and answer the other question. In that way, we learned new ideas, new strategies, because everybody do things differently. Some terms: nuance, breadth, disputation, and I had a question like, how could OCM look for younger students? And then I want to use Discourse in my classroom so that my students can be free to share their ideas and be confident with asking questions so they become critical thinkers in analysis. One thing I wish to develop in my own discourse practice is to create an atmosphere that is welcoming, hands-on, and be a listener so the students can feel heard and comfortable with being vulnerable. So that's what I learned.
Okay. So I like how you just did your assignment. I do think that it's important for the students to feel vulnerable, to feel welcoming in the atmosphere. And I think that's good. As a upcoming teacher, you should possess that higher order thinking, and that's a good thing. So I like how you answer those questions, and I think that you will be wonderful in your own classroom. One growth that I think that you could possess is to be more comfortable with public speaking. I think that it I think that you would gain a lot from, speaking to your students. Like I said, you can make them feel comfortable, but collaboration and teaming is something that's very important in the classroom. So I think that'll be a growth for you. So one question about how you want to put these things into practice. I have a question for you. What would be good for you to actually put these things into learning? Like once you receive your own classroom, like how would you use these practices that you've written about?
I will most definitely use the questioning to keep their minds rolling. And I will also do like groups, small groups, and they can sit and they can share ideas with each other because in one of our readings we learned from what was the name of that school? School 21, and I think it's in England, and they had the students like this, how they teach in dialogue, and they give them a topic, and they sit in groups, and they get to build on the others' ideas, and they get to learn new things.
Yeah, and it also builds their social skills. So,
yes.
I like that they can do the turn and talk discussions. That's really good. So what would be what support that you may need, in order to put these learnings into practice?
It might need to be put in the curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can be put in the curriculum, or you can use your lesson plans and make sure if you have another teacher or director that everybody is on the same page and going down that path.
Okay, that's good. Well, that's very good. I do I do commend you for continuing your education. This is awesome. I believe that you're going to be an awesome teacher. Just keep going, and this is awesome. This is good. So thank you so much.
Thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate all your feedback that you gave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just keep going.
And I will most definitely use this in the future.
Yes.